Hello everyone. Let me ask you a question. Do you get bored by the everyday routine in your life? So if you get bored, what different do you do? Sure, you must be doing various things which you desire or which you wish and which you not able to do every day. Today we are going to read a very interesting poem on a duck and a kangaroo, and this little duck has got a small wish. Let's know what is the duck's wish and does the kangaroo fulfill this wish? Let's read the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo, written by Edwin Lear. The Duck and the Kangaroo is a humorous poem. Humorous means something that makes you laugh. Of course, this poem is not realistic, but it is very interesting. So this poem describes a conversation between two friends, a duck and a kangaroo. The duck is a very sweet little creature who lives in a pond, but he gets bored of his life with the pond and he wishes to go out into the world, and he is also fascinated by the way that his friend kangaroo hops on the ground. The duck also wishes to go outside the pond and hop like the kangaroo and see the entire world. So one day the duck requests the kangaroo if he could give him a ride on his back and roam around. The kangaroo agrees, but the kangaroo has one objection. He is not very happy with the wet feet of the duck. But to this problem, the duck also has a solution. What solution? That I am not going to tell you right now. We will read this poem first and then I am going to explain line by line to you. But before we move on to the reading and explanation of this poem, let's find out something about its poet, Edwin Lear. Edwin Lear was born on 12th May 1812 in Holloway, United Kingdom. He was an English artist, illustrator, musician, author, and poet. He composed his first book of poem, A Book of Nonsense for the Grandchildren of Debye household. He died on 29 January 1888 in Semuro, Italy. Two friends, the duck and the kangaroo, are about to set out on a long pleasure trip. The kangaroo, though happy to carry the duck all the way on his tip of his tail, is wary. Wary means careful of his wet feet. What will the duck do to make the kangaroo feel comfortable over land and sea? Let's find out how they go about. The Duck and the Kangaroo. Said the duck to the kangaroo, "Good grace, how you hop over the fields and the water too. As if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hope like you," said the duck to the kangaroo. "Please give me a ride on your back," said the duck to the kangaroo. "I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through, and we had go to the Dee and the Jelly-Bo-Lee, over the land and over the sea. Please take me a ride, oh do," said the duck to the kangaroo. Said the kangaroo to the duck, "This requires some little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection, which is, if you will let me speak so bold, why your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatiz," said the kangaroo. Said the duck, "As I sat on the rock, I have thought over that completely and brought this pairs of worsted socks, which fits by web feet neatly and keeps out the cold. I have bought a cloak, and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo." Said the kangaroo, "I am ready in the moonlight pale, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steadily and quiet at the end of my tail." So away they went with a hope and a bow, and they hoped the whole world 3 times round, and who so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo. Did you read the poem with me? Come on, now let's understand this poem. I will explain the poem to you line by line, so listen to me attentively. Said the duck to the kangaroo, "Good gracious, how you hope." The duck starts the conversation with the kangaroo and he is praising kangaroo for his quality of hoping. Good gracious is a phrase which means, "Oh God." It could be an expression of surprise. Here the duck is very surprised at the way the kangaroo hopes over the fields and the water too, as if you never stop. The duck tells kangaroo that it's so nice to see you hoping over the fields and the water, and you hope in such a way as if you don't want to stop, that you would never stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond. Nasty means bad or unpleasant, and I go out in the world beyond. Long here means wait. The duck adds that his life, which he is spending in that unpleasant pond, is such a boring life, and he is waiting to go out of that pond in the world which is beyond that boundaries of that pond. I wish I could hope like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Now, in this line, the duck expresses his wish that how nice it would be if he could hope like the kangaroo. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. Now the duck is requesting the kangaroo to give him a ride on his back. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through. Here the duck promises the kangaroo that if he agrees to take him on his back all day through the world, he would sit still and quiet, and he would go to the day and the Jelly-Bolly over the land and over the sea. Now Dee and Jelly-Bolly are the names of the imaginary places. So in these two lines, the duck tells the kangaroo that they can go to these places, Dee and Jelly-Bolly. They can also go over the land and over the sea. Please take me on a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Now the duck here again is requesting the kangaroo to give him a ride, said the kangaroo to the duck. This requires a little reflection. Now the kangaroo is thinking a bit and he tells the duck, this idea requires a little bit of reflection. Reflection means thinking, that he needs to think on it. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck. And there seems but one objection. Objection means a problem. The kangaroo tells the duck that it's a great idea and it might bring him good luck. It might prove nice and fruitful for him, but there is only problem, which is if you let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold. Unpleasantly means not nicely or badly. So the kangaroo is now being very open to the duck and he openly tells his problem. He says that if you let me speak openly or boldly, then let me tell you that your feet are very badly wet and cold. Now, because the duck always lives in the pond, obviously his feet will be cold and wet, and therefore kangaroo has an objection to his feet which is wet and cold. And why would the kangaroo have an objection? Let's read. And would promptly give me the rheumatism, said the kangaroo. Now the kangaroo is worried that he might catch a disease called rheumatism. Now rheumatism is a disease which gives you pain in joints or muscles or tissues, but in this stanza, this word rheumatism is spelled little differently. It is spelled as rheumatis, which is again divided into two parts. The first line it says rhu, whereas in the second line it says matis. Taking both the parts together, it pronounced as rheumatis, which means rheumatism. Said the duck, as I sat on the rock, I have thought over that completely. Now after listening to the kangaroo's problem, the duck has a solution available to him. And the duck says that when he had sat on the rocks, he had thought over this problem and he has come up with solution, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks which fits my web feet neatly. Worsted socks means woolen socks. So the duck is now giving the first solution to this problem, that he had brought 4 pairs of this woolen socks which can very well fit his feet very neatly. So if he wears these socks, then the kangaroo will not feel his cold and wet feet against his skin. And to keep out the cold, I have brought a cloak. Cloak is a large coat, and every day a cigar I will smoke. So the duck has got 2 more solutions on it, and he says to keep away the cold, not to feel cold, I have brought a long coat to keep me warm, and I will also smoke a cigar. Cigar is a kind of a cigarette which is thick and brown in color, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. So now the duck ensures the kangaroo that now he has a solution to his problem, and he will do everything just for his friend, that is kangaroo's love. Said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight pale. And then the kangaroo was very happily, and he readily agrees to the idea of duck. He says, I am ready. Moonlight reflects to that scene in the night when there is moon shining, but the light of the moon is very pale or faded. So in such a moonlight night they will start. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steadily and quiet at the end of my tail. Then the kangaroo instructs the duck that if he has to balance on his body properly, then he has to sit steadily. Steadily means he should not move, and he should sit at the end of his tail, that is at the tip of his tail. So away they went with a hope and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. After this, they started with their journey. They went with a hope and a bound. So with hopes, with jumps and leap, the kangaroo starts on his travel. And like this they finish 3 rounds of this entire world, that is the earth, hopping and jumping. And who is so happy? Oh, who as the duck and the kangaroo. As the duck and the kangaroo. So in the last line the poet asked, and who do you think will be the happiest in this world? Oh yes, of course the duck and the kangaroo. No one else can be happier than them. It is a very beautiful and interesting poem. But the theme behind this poem is the friendship which the duck and the kangaroo had between them. Since they both were very clear in their conversation, they both could spoke about their problems clearly, and thus could find a solution on their problems. Now it is very natural for humans to get bored at one place. So what should you do? So you should keep yourself busy in something or the other. If you feel that one routine gets boring, then you can change your routine and add some more elements into it which can relate to your interest or your hobbies, which would make you very happy and create fun in your life. On this note, let me finish my today's session. In my next session, I am going to bring up as usual a new topic. Till then, take a very good care of yourself. Goodbye.